Every app you use today started as just an idea. Uber started as a simple solution to transportation problems. Instagram started as a basic photo sharing app. Even budgeting apps began because someone noticed people struggled to manage money effectively. But here's the interesting part. Great products don't happen randomly. There's a process behind them. A structured journey that takes a product from an idea in someone's head to something millions of people use. That journey is called the product lifecycle. And in today's video, we're not just going to explain the product lifecycle theoretically. We are going to apply it step by step using a real-world product example. Now, imagine you're building a budgeting app for young professionals. An application that helps people track expenses, control spending, and save money effectively. By the end of this video, you will understand 1. How successful products are created. 2. How product managers think. 3. How startup validate ideas. And 4. How products evolve after launch. So whether you want to become a product manager, build your own startup, or simply understand how tech products are built, this video will give you a practical understanding of the entire process. So the first thing we're going to start with is understanding the problem. Every successful product starts with a problem. It doesn't start with a feature, not a design, not even technology. It starts with a problem. And now this is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make when building products. They start by asking, what app should I build? But experienced product managers ask, what problem actually needs solving? So before you build a budgeting app, or before we build our budgeting app, we need to identify a real user pain point. Now, let's imagine our target audience, young professionals between 22 and 35 years old. Most of them earn monthly salaries, spend impulsively, struggle to save consistently, don't track expenses properly, feel stressed at the end of every month. Now, here's the key. We are not assuming these problems exist. We investigate. And this is where product discovery begins. We conduct interviews, we ask questions, we observe behaviors, and then we ask questions like, how do you currently manage your money? What frustrates you financially? Have you tried budgeting apps before? Why did you stop using them? What would make managing money easier? And through these conversations, patterns begin to appear. Maybe users say existing apps are too complicated, they forget to track expenses, budgeting feels stressful, most apps didn't fit local spending habits. Now you are beginning to discover opportunities, and this phase is extremely important because building the wrong product wastes time, money, and energy. A lot of startups fail because they solve problems nobody truly cares about. So before writing a single line of code, we must deeply understand the user problem. After understanding the user problem, we move on to the ideation stage. So now that you understand the problem, you now begin to brainstorm solutions. And the goal here is not perfection. The goal is exploration. We begin asking, how might we help users manage money more easily? And now the team starts generating ideas, and you come up with potential features, which may include expense tracking, spending categories, saving goals, daily reminders, weekly spending summaries, smart financial insights, budget alerts, bank integration. At this stage, there are no bad ideas. The focus is creativity, but eventually you must prioritize, because trying to build everything at once is dangerous. And one major lesson in product management is this. More features do not always create a better product. Sometimes simplicity wins. So you identify the core value proposition. What is the one major thing your app should help users achieve? And then for you, it might be helping users become more aware of their spending habits, and that will now become the product direction. And now you define your MVP. And MVP simply means minimum viable product. This is the simplest version of the product that still delivers value. And for your budgeting app, maybe the MVP includes account creation, because of course you have to create an account to access the app, expense tracking, spending categories, monthly budget dashboard. And then if you notice, we did not put certain things like AI financial assistance, investment tools, advanced analytics, social features. Why? Because you are still in the learning process. We are still learning. And smart teams validate small before scaling big. Now, after your ideation stage, you now get to the validation stage. And here you test whether people actually want this product. So instead of building the full app immediately, you test demand first. And there are multiple ways to validate ideas. The first method is landing pages. You create a simple web page explaining the app and ask users to join a wait list. If nobody signs up, that's valuable information. Method 2 is clickable prototypes. So designers create mock-ups showing how the app would work. Users interact with it and give feedback. Method 3, surveys and interviews. You ask, would you use this? What feature matters most? Would you pay for this? What concerns do you have? Now, here's something important. Users often say they want something sometimes, but their actions reveal the truth. That's why behavioral validation matters more than opinions. So if users willingly sign up, share emails, or test prototypes consistently, that's stronger evidence. During validation, you may discover that users want automatic expense tracking, users hate manual entry, users care more about savings analytics. So you may just discover like other features or other things that users would rather have. And then this feedback can help to change the product direction. And this is why validation is powerful, because it prevents teams from building based on assumptions. Now, after you finish validating, you now go to the design stage where you focus on user experience, because functionality alone is not enough. And applications can solve a real problem and still fail if users find it confusing. So designers begin mapping user flows. What happens when a user opens the app for the first time? How do they create an account, add expenses, set budget, view reports? Every click matters. Every screen matters. Every interaction affects user behavior. Now the UI UX team begin creating. So they start creating wireframes, mock-ups, prototypes, user journeys. And product managers work closely with designers here. Why? Because design decisions impact business goals. For example, if onboarding takes too long, users may quit before using the application. So maybe we simplify registration, or maybe we reduce unnecessary screens. Good product design is not about making things look just pretty. It's also about reducing friction. The easier the experience feels, the more likely users stay. Now, after design is done, we then go to the development stage. This is where engineers begin building the product, and this is where ideas become reality. The development team starts creating backend systems, databases, APIs, mobile interfaces, authentication systems, notification systems. Now, here's something important that you should know. Development is rarely smooth. There are technical limitations, or there will be technical limitations, some technical limitations, time constraints, budget issues, changing priorities. And this is why product managers constantly collaborate with engineers. As a PM, you don't just say build this. A good product manager is supposed to be able to balance user needs, business goals, technical feasibility. And now most modern teams use agile methodologies. This means work happens in small cycles called sprints. And a sprint can be maybe a week or 2 weeks, depending on the team and the agreement with the team and the size of the team. So instead of building everything at once, team releases features incrementally. For example, in Sprint 1, you may focus on user registration and login system. Sprint 2, expense tracking. Sprint 3, budget dashboards. And throughout development, priorities may change based on feedback. This flexibility helps teams adapt quickly. Now, after the engineers are finished building, you then test the product. Before launch, the products must be tested thoroughly because bugs destroy users' trust quickly. Now, testing happens in multiple forms. We have functional testing. Does everything work correctly? We have performance testing. Can the app handle many users or multiple users? Usability testing. Can users understand the interface easily? Security testing. Is user data protected? And then comes beta testing, where a smaller group of real users get access before the public launch. And this phase is gold because real users behave differently from internal teams. Maybe users, so you want to watch if users get confused during onboarding. Did they ignore certain features? Did they report crashes? Did they request improvements? And now you can use this feedback to iterate and use it to fix bugs, improve flows, refine the experience. This process may repeat several times before launch. And after all of this, after the process is done, you then move to launch, which is the exciting part, launch day. This is when the app goes live on app stores, marketing campaigns begin, social media promotion starts, influencers may review the application, but many beginners misunderstand launch. Launch is not the finish line. Launching is even the beginning of real product learning. Because you now start monitoring downloads, retention, reviews, user behavior, churn rates. Sometimes products launch successfully, sometimes they fail immediately, and that's okay because data now guides decisions. Now, after you launch, you then go to the next stage, which is monitoring and growth. After launch, growth becomes the focus. You now start to study the product's metrics carefully, and you start asking questions like, are users returning daily? Which features are most used? Where are users dropping off? What causes users to uninstall? This stage is heavily data driven, and based on insights, you use it to improve the product continuously. So maybe users request automatic ban syncing, better analytics, shared family budgets. Can use this to evolve the products, and this is how products grow from simple tools into powerful platforms, and this stage never truly ends. The best companies constantly improve. And that's the complete product lifecycle explained using a real-world product example, from identifying a problem to validating ideas to designing, building, testing, launching, and scaling. Every successful product follows some version of this process. And if you want to become a product manager, understanding this life cycle is one of the most important foundations you can build. In the next video, we'll explore how product managers prioritize features and make product decisions in real companies. If you found this video helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with someone trying to break into tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.